आज हम स्टार्ट करें। व्हेन वाज रॉलेट एक्ट पास्ड? ऑप्शन नंबर ए 7 अप्रैल 1819, ऑप्शन नंबर बी 8 मार्च 1919, सी 2 जनवरी 1872, डी 6 मार्च 1919। आंसर ऑप्शन नंबर बी 8 मार्च 1919। सेकंड है, हु वाज द लेफ्टिनेंट गवर्नर of Punjab during Jallianwala Bagh Massacre? Option number A, Lord Dalhousie, B, Lord Macually, C, General oDyer, या D, oDyer? Answer is General oDyer. Option number C है। When was Rowlatt Act passed? 8 March 1919. Second, who was the Lieutenant Governor of Punjab during the Jallianwala Bagh Massacre? Answer is, third question is, who was the president of Swaraj Dal? Option number A, Motilal Bhai Naoroozi. Who was the president of Swaraj Dal? Option number B, Chitranjan Das. Fourth is, when did salt Satyagrah movement begin? When did salt Satyagrah movement begin? A, 5 March 1931, B, 8 August 1942, C 12 March 1930, या D none of the above? Answer is option number C 12 March 1930. थर्ड का था ऑप्शन नंबर बी चितरंजन दास, फोर्थ का है ऑप्शन नंबर सी 12 मार्च 1930. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज फिल इन द ब्लैंक्स. फर्स्ट है 6 अप्रैल 1919 was celebrated as. 6 अप्रैल 1919 was celebrated as. आंसर इज डे ऑफ नेशनल डिसऑनर. सेकेंड है साइमन कमीशन केम टू इंडिया इन. आंसर इज 3 फरवरी 1928. साइमन कमीशन केम टू इंडिया इन 3 फरवरी 1928. थर्ड है गांधी जी अंडरटुक द ब्रेन ब्लैंक टू ब्रेक द सॉल्ट लॉ. आंसर इज डांडी मार्च. फोर्थ, इन 1940 द एनुअल सेशन ऑफ मुस्लिम लीग वाज हेल्ड एट. आंसर इज लाहौर. फर्स्ट का है आंसर डे ऑफ नेशनल डिसऑनर, सेकंड का है 3 फरवरी 1928, थर्ड का है डांडी मार्च, फोर्थ का है लाहौर. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज वेरी शॉर्ट आंसर टाइप क्वेश्चंस. पहला है विच टाइटल वाज गिवन टू गांधी जी बाय द ब्रिटिश. आंसर इज गांधी जी वाज ऑफर्ड द टाइटल ऑफ केसरे हिंद फॉर हिज कॉर्पोरेशन. गांधी जी वाज ऑफर्ड द टाइटल ऑफ केसरे हिंद for his corporation. Second is give names of prominent leaders of Swaraj Dal. Answer is the members of Swaraj Dal Vittal Bhai Patel, Chitranjan Das and Pandit Motilal Nehru. First का आंसर है गांधी जी was offered the title of Kesare Hind for his corporation. Second है the members of Swaraj Dal Vittal Bhai Patel, चितरंजन दास एंड पंडित मोतीलाल नेहरू. थर्ड है व्हेन डिड द सेकेंड वर्ल्ड वॉर ब्रोक आउट ऑन September 1st 1939. द सेकेंड वर्ल्ड वॉर ब्रोक आउट ऑन September 1st 1939. इसके बाद है शॉर्ट आंसर टाइप क्वेश्चंस. शॉर्ट आंसर टाइप क्वेश्चंस में पहला है व्हाई वाज खिलाफत मूवमेंट वाज स्टार्टेड. व्हाई वाज खिलाफत मूवमेंट स्टार्टेड. आंसर है द ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ द खिलाफत मूवमेंट वाज टू प्रोटेस्ट अगेंस्ट द इनजस्टिस डन टू खलीफा एंड टर्की. द खिलाफत मूवमेंट वाज गिवन फुल सपोर्ट बाय गांधी जी एंड द कांग्रेस. द ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ खिलाफत मूवमेंट वाज टू प्रोटेस्ट अगेंस्ट द इनजस्टिस डन टू खलीफा एंड टर्की. द खिलाफत मूवमेंट वाज गिवन फुल सपोर्ट बाय गांधी जी एंड द कांग्रेस. सेकेंड क्वेश्चन इज what were main objectives of Swaraj Dal? To achieve Swaraj, to interrupt official works, third, to oppose the policies of British government, fourth, to develop national awakening, fifth, to enter councils by election. To achieve Swaraj, to interrupt official works, to oppose the policies of British government, to develop national awakening, to enter councils by election. Third question है why did Gandhi ji put off the non-cooperation movement? Gandhi ji sent an ultimatum to Viceroy on February 1st, 1922 that if people were not freed from jails immediately, he would start disobedient movement. But in the meantime, on February 5, 1922, an angry mob locked policemen and the Thana in charge in the police station at Chori Chora in UP and set them ablaze. This brutal incident hurt Gandhiji deeply and he shaped his movement. Gandhiji sent an ultimatum to Viceroy on February 1st, 1922 that if people were not freed from jails immediately, he would start disobedient movement. But in the meantime, in February 5, 1922, an angry mob locked policemen and Thana in charge in the police station at Chori Chora in UP and set them ablaze. This brutal incident Gandhiji deeply and he shaped his movement. Next answer is long answer type questions. Next question is long answer type questions. First is describe the Jallianwala Bagh massacre. Answer is Jallianwala Bagh massacre. There was great resentment among the people on the restriction laid upon the entry of Gandhiji and other leaders in Punjab. This protest grew intense when arrested two popular leaders of Punjab, Dr. Satpal and Dr. Saifuddin Kichlu, were arrested without any reason by the Deputy Commissioner of Amritsar. The people took out a peaceful rally in protest of this arrest. There was great resentment among the people on the restriction laid upon the entry of Gandhiji and other leaders in Punjab. This protest grew intense when arrested two popular leaders of Punjab, Dr. Satpal and Dr. Saifuddin Kichlu, were arrested without any reason by the Deputy Commissioner of Amritsar. The people took out a peaceful rally in protest of this arrest. आगे लिखा है on the day of Baisakhi on April 1319 at 4:30 p.m. in Jallianwala Bagh, which attracted over 10,000 people. General Dyer reached the park with 400 armed troops and without prior warning to the crowd ordered his troops to open fire, which lasted till the ammunition ran out. This resulted in 1,000 deaths and left a large number of people fatally injured. On the day of Baisakhi, on April 13, 1919, general meeting was called at 4:30 p.m. in Jallianwala Bagh, which attracted over 10,000 people. General Dyer reached the park with 400 armed troops and without prior warning to the crowd ordered his troops to open fire, which lasted till the ammunition ran out. This resulted in 1,000 deaths and left a large number of people fatally injured. Second question is, what were the key programs of non-cooperation movement? Answer is, British government's backing out from promises made during the wars, imposition of several restrictions under the Rowlatt Act. Second is Jallianwala Bagh massacre. Third, poor economic conditions in India, unemployment, low prices at commodities after the First World War. British government backing out from the promises made during the wars, imposition of several restrictions under the Rowlatt Act, Jallianwala Bagh massacre, poor economic conditions in India, unemployment, low prices at commodities after the First World War. आगे लिखा है बॉयकॉट. बॉयकॉट में है टू डिनाउंस गवर्नमेंट पोस्ट एंड टाइटल्स. सेकंड, boycott government schools and colleges, boycott judiciary, not to pay taxes, boycott to foreign goods and clothes, etc. कंस्ट्रक्टिव में लिखा है स्वदेशी, कंस्ट्रक्टिव साइड स्वदेशी. फर्स्ट है एस्टैब्लिशिंग नेशनल स्कूल्स एंड कॉलेजेस. सेकंड है टू सेटल डिस्प्यूट्स बाय पंचायत Third, stress on truth and non-violence. Fourth, to promote charkha for beaving. Fifth, to enroll 1 crore volunteers to make the movement a success. To denounce government posts and titles. Boycott government schools and colleges. Third, boycott judiciary. Fourth, not to pay taxes. Fifth, boycott of foreign goods and clothes, etc. Constructive sites में establishing national schools and colleges to settle disputes by panchayat. Third, stress on truth and non-violence. Fourth, to promote charkha for beaving. Fifth है to enroll 1 crore volunteers to make movement a success. Third question is, explain the civil disobedience movement. Answer is, civil disobedience movement, Gandhiji planned to begin the movement with breaking of the salt law. The British government had hiked the tax on salt. It was difficult for the poor to purchase salt. Gandhiji sent 11 formula demands to the government and urged the government to reduce the tax on salt. When the government denied to concede the demands, on 12 March 1930, Gandhiji left the Sabarmati ashram at Ahmedabad with 70 for Dandi, a village on the western sea coast of India. Gandhiji planned to begin the movement with breaking of the salt law. The British government had hiked the tax on salt. It was difficult for the poor to purchase salt. Gandhiji sent 11 formula demands to the government and urged the government to reduce the tax on salt. When the government denied to concede the demands on 12th March 1930, Gandhiji left the Sabarmati ashram at Ahmedabad with 78 members. Fourth question is, what was the Cripps Mission? Explain. The Cripps Mission, the British government desperately needed Indian support during the Second World War. The southern frontier of India was being threatened by the impending Japanese forces. On the other hand, Indian National Army in Rangoon was waiting to attack India through Burma. Under these circumstances, Stafford Cripps was sent to assure Indians about the future course self-rule in India. The British government desperately needed Indian support during the Second World War. The southern frontier of India was being threatened by the impending Japanese forces. On the other hand, Indian National Army in Rangoon was waiting to attack India through Burma. Under these circumstances, Stafford Cripps was sent to India to assure Indians about the future course self-rule in India. Last question is, write note on Quit India movement. Quit India movement. In April 1942, the Cripps Mission failed. A state of frustration prevailed in India again. On 8 August 1942, the All Indian Congress Committee at a meeting in Bombay passed a resolution. The resolution declared that the immediate end of the British rule in India was an urgent necessity for the sake of India and for the success of cause of freedom and democracy, for which the countries of the Allied nations were fighting against the fascist Germany, Italy, and Japan. Gandhiji gave the famous slogan of "Do or Die," which echoed in every part of India. In the early hours of the morning of 9th August 1942, most of the leaders of Congress were arrested.